Abel and Cain. When they grew to be young men, Adam chose Abel to be his successor after his death. But from that time on, he found that Cain got quite jealous of his brother. Adam thought of a way to show that God had appointed Abel to this position and to cool Cain down somehow. So he called his sons and addressed them, "You shall both go and bring a sacrifice or present for God. The one whose sacrifice will be accepted by God shall have a higher merit and superiority over the other. Now go and do your best." The sign of God's acceptance at that time was that a fire would show up and take their sacrifice in. Thus both Abel and Cain went to bring a sacrifice for God. As Cain was a farmer, his sacrifice was nothing but a mass of low-quality wheat. But being a shepherd, Abel brought one of his best and fattest rams as his sacrifice. The fire finally appeared and took Abel's sacrifice in, but didn't even approach that of Cain. This caused Cain to get terribly furious this time. So he turned to Abel and said, "I will kill you." Abel answered, "But it wasn't my fault. It was up to God, and He accepts sacrifice from the pious. Now even if you start beating me, I shall never even touch you, for I fear the God of the whole universe. I want to prevent myself from committing any sins, so you will have to bear the sin of killing me as well as that of your rejection all alone. Thus you shall be sent to hell and reside there, which is of course a due punishment for oppressors." But Cain didn't listen to him and was looking forward to a proper opportunity to kill Abel. Finally, he found a chance and killed Abel by bumping a piece of rock on his head. When he found Abel dead, he felt somehow lost, for he had no idea how to cover up and hide his brother's lifeless corpse. The Almighty, in order to honor that sacred and pure body, and to make a moral from these two brothers for the future generation, charged 2 crows with the mission of teaching him. Therefore, the 2 crows sat in front of Cain and started to fight terribly to death. When one killed the other crow, it dug a hole with its feet, put the carcass in the hole, and covered it with soil. Cain suddenly shouted, "Shame on you! I'm even less competent than this crow. Look how it is hiding the corpse. I shall do the same thing now." Following that, he buried the dead body of his brother, and this was the first unjust murder on the earth.